Contraception, right or wrong? Sure? Okay, we'll go to the next one. Why is this wrong? More down to earth. Yeah, but why? Procreation. Yeah, correct. Second purpose is being. So does that mean God's will is that all of us have 10 to 15 children?
God actually, He chooses us, right? He's deciding whether the child is boy or girl. Okay. So He knows how many children this man has to have. He has ideas and plans to execute. So we need not control it. Because a child may be born today, but unfortunately, if his time gets over, he may die tomorrow. So, and mostly speaking science, okay, the sperms, they are used also for women, ovum. They have to be ready. We can't say when they will be ready. Suddenly there may be an accident where women, where the fetus, will say, which produces eggs, will be destroyed, or the man may be, soon he can't judge the future. And moreover, only from the most, among many thousands of sperms, one is chosen for fertilization. So God knows everything and He plans everything and what will happen. We should not do something or the other to break His plan.
Absolutely. Yeah, correct. Here's the deal. There are two extremes here. This is one extreme, other extreme. One extreme is where we say you have to contracept. In the sense, we give excuses like parents have only so much money, they can't afford to raise so many children. So best is many ways: condoms, pills, operations, vasectomy, chemotherapy, this that. So we say 100% we should control the realm of sex in sense of how many children we are going to have, okay, through any means possible. That's one extreme. Other extreme is you have to let the Lord control the whole thing, and so we will freely have sex. As many children come, the Lord will take care later. Are you with me? This is the other extreme where you don't plan how many children you're going to have, you don't plan how much income, and you're just multiplying out of control. Are you with me? Yeah, this is the other extreme. The church is saying, find a balance. So, first thing I want, this is a very complex teaching. So listen carefully. If you have any doubts, ask me. Okay? The first thing you have to know, church teaching is, God creates only if you get married. Yeah? Hello? If every human being in the world decides we are not going to get married, they will not have sex, they go on strike. Like Mount Everest, sex strike against God. God, we will not have sex hereafter. What will happen? We will be the last generation on earth as far as humanity is concerned. After us, gone. Are you with me? Now what am I trying to tell you? What I'm trying to tell you is, creation of a human being is a cooperation between God and people. Cooperation is this. Man and woman get married, they have sex. Yeah? They have what? Embryo, right? Okay. Now, as far as we are concerned, what our fathers and mothers have given us is the body, head to toe. Flesh and blood, sperm from our fathers, egg from our mother's ovum, and embryo from both of them in the mother's womb. As soon as the sperm meets the ova, yeah, it moves God to send the soul. Are you with me? So our creation is a cooperative act between God and our parents. It's not only God, it's not only our parents also, it's a combination of both of them. Unlike in the case of Adam and Eve where God totally created the body and the soul. Are you with me? Okay. So we need both to work. Imagine God goes on strike. All of us will be like animals, just bodies, can't think, can't do anything right or wrong. Okay? So we need both to act as far as our creation is concerned. Now, when we say we have to strike a balance, the church is saying God is not against planned parenthood. When I say planned parenthood, what I'm trying to say is, I'll be very open. Shilpi and I, my wife and I, we would like to have 2 children and not more. Are you with me? From Victor and Shilpi's side, we're telling God, I think we can handle 2 kids and not more. So God, you know what? We are going in for contraception. Now, the church is saying, God is okay with you telling him how many children you want to have. And you can plan towards it also in a godly way. The godly way is NFP, Natural Family Planning. What's NFP? Pretty simple. Okay, my wife is an expert on it. Any of you want, you can talk to her. I am not an expert on this, but I know the theory behind it. Okay, NFP is, yeah. So how can a human being be created? Once a month, when an egg is released and the egg is alive between 1 to 3 days, if a husband and a wife have sex, it's possible out of the millions of sperm that are released from the man, one penetrates the egg and fertilization happens and the embryo comes into place. Okay. Now, once upon a time, all of you and I, we ran the race of our lifetime and we won. Are you understanding me? Once upon a time half of us were sperm. We were competing with millions of sperm and running a race towards the ova and we all survived up, we all won the race. Are you with me? Otherwise we will not be here. So, what the church is saying is, you don't want more children? Find out which period in a woman's monthly cycle she's likely to release an egg, don't have sex. So the church is saying, once a month, abstain from sex for about a week, during which it's likely a woman can release an egg, and you can pretty much find out when that is. Okay? This is the church's way of planned parenthood or family planning or deciding how many children you really want to have. Shilpi and I, we follow that. Are you with me? Yeah, I'm being pretty open here. Now, how is this not a sin? Why is contraception a sin? It's a very tough answer. Okay, but I'll try to give it as best as I can. Let me know if you understood it. Contraception is me telling God, I will tell you how many kids I will have. No kids. One example. I don't want any children. I am shutting the door to you and your ability to supply a soul by taking pills or condoms or through a surgery where we try and make it impossible for God to create a human being. Are you with me? We are really playing God here. Okay? So contraception is the process where we shut the door to God and say, we don't want children at all. Are you with me? Clear? What about natural family planning? Natural family planning is, I come before God and say, you know what, God? I really can't handle more than 2 kids. Are you with me? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to shut the door and say, I don't want you to come at all. I'm not going to go in for condoms or surgeries or pills. I'm just going to abstain from sex during the time. Yeah? when my wife is likely to release an egg. But you know what? I'm not shutting the door. If you still want to send a child, I'm open, because here is where I'm telling God, you are free to us making a mistake in when we evaluate when a child is going to be coming or not. Are you with me? So, natural family planning creates space and room for God to still come in and act. Are you with me? Contraception doesn't give God that. Contraception is man telling God, stay out of this. Natural family planning is, we are open. Are you with me? Are you clear on the two answers? It's a little, a lot of people ask, what's the difference between the two? There's nothing. Ultimately, you want to plan kids, but it's very, very different, fundamentally different. Are you with me? All of us? Now, you know what the beauty of this is? Every scientific attempt of man to control pregnancy, the best success rate have been 93%. Pills, whatever, pills, creams, tablets, condoms. Yeah. You know what the success rate of natural family planning? 98%. What's God saying here? Because you honor me, I honor you. Are you with me? And He's saying, I'm still the Lord of the heavens and the earth. No method is perfect. He's saying, I can still move in any couple, anytime, and create people because I'm God. Are you with me? Yeah? So that is why, in spite of the high success rate, these are godly men and women, godly couples, and those who go for a low successful rate. Okay? And this is God saying, I'm not against Planned Parenthood. I'm not saying you earn 10,000 rupees a month and I'm going to raise 20 children. Yeah, we have a practical God. And at the same time, I have this friend of mine, okay, they were doing NFP, National Family Planning. One evening I went and I have this friend of mine saying, I don't know what went wrong, I don't know what went wrong, I don't know what went wrong. Hey, what happened? My wife is pregnant again, I don't know what went wrong. We were so calculating the dates, we were so this, we were so careful, yet my wife is pregnant. I'm like, praise the Lord. Are you understanding me? So, this is so open to God. But if you go with contraception, by chance a child is created, you see, you don't have an attitude or respect to life and to God, you go in for abortion. Yeah? You will rarely hear of a couple practicing NFP wanting to kill a child who's conceived and they thought, we'll be having only 2 kids and not 3. But here, when you are absolutely sure I don't want any child, 93% success rate, 7% child is born, what are you going to do? You will come. Yeah? So that is why after contraception has come into the world in the last century, we've killed millions and millions and millions and millions of babies. Not by preventing birth, okay? Are you getting me? Not by preventing birth. Because of the 7% failure. 2% failure here means 2% children are born and they live, okay? 7% failed and they are killed. So that is why church is saying, contraception, no. It's a serious sin and offense against God. Are you clear? Okay. So with that I come to the end of, so first session I told you what sex is. Second session I told you the various sins. Popular ones, there are more, but I think this will do. We'll break for lunch now. Have your lunch.